Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Indeliz, and welcome back to Regrowth. In the last episode, we did a couple things. We went on a little adventure, found a mausoleum, and now I can't get that quest completed. And then we came back here and we started getting into a little bit more Botania, specifically the runic altar and making essence seeds. So I've got Ender essence seeds over there, I've got nature essence seeds, and I've got normal essence seeds. And we're trying to get our first metal seeds today. I have been harvesting these essence seeds for quite a while, and just hitting that every once in a while. And I think... do I have the number? Yes. So, we're completing quests in here, and I've been doing all these different essence of the different metals. When I did the iron, it unlocked the tin. We're gonna need 3 tin essences and a iron essence in order to make the the tin seeds. So we'll get there eventually. My main focus today is going to be copper, iron, and coal. But a few things before we can get to that. One of the things is I want to turn in a couple quests. So I did some crossbreeding. We got raspberries, we got cucumbers, and we got cotton. And so I can turn all those in. It'll give me a lot of stuff. I'm going to throw the seeds in there. Let's get the crops in there. They should be all 111s, but I like to identify them. Makes things easier for later. Then I'm going to just put them in here. Eventually I will organize stuff like this, but probably not today. So we can get blueberries and chili seeds. You know, I might take a break from this for just at least this episode. I might set up some more, but I probably won't. The eggs are something that I think we can get relatively soon. We have a runic altar. We need runes, so that's going to be once we get iron. We'll be able to start making runes, so that'll be fun. But before we get into too much stuff, let's just kind of look in a quest book and see what all we have. So we can make a sifter, and we need to get some bees. I could do that now that I have cotton. Cotton, if I look at the usage, I can make wool and string fairly easily. So, for example, the sifter... it's just some wood and then a fishing net, which is some string. And I probably need, what, 2 of those? Oh, I only need 1 of those. I believe it's a multi-block structure. So obviously more sifters would be better, but it might not be a multi-block structure. I'm not sure. But anyways, so we have what the world embraces. So storage stuff. We might get into a little of this today. God, there's so much. We're gonna be making a lot of some of the stuff today. The clippers, especially. That's gonna help me with the crossbreeding and getting things to 10, 10, 10. We did that, so no big deal there. The bookbinder, I believe we needed string more than anything for that. So once again, cotton. Cotton will be probably one of the next things I try to get to 10, 10, 10. I'm very close with the wheat. We need to go to the end, but I don't want to do that yet. And I don't think anything else is open here until we get iron. So I'm going to need to do this quest 3 times. It's going to be a lot of weak essence, but it's also going to be 48 floral light gray powder and 48 slate. So that is what I have in my inventory. We can go ahead and start top one. We can go ahead and start turning this in a little bit. Although I don't want to get rid of the essences, so let's throw that in there. We can do coal first or copper first. I'm gonna need to do the coal again. So let's go ahead and do the copper. So manual submit, claim reward. We'll get the essence of copper, and now we have plenty of copper. I'm gonna go ahead and turn. Let's wait. Let's wait until we get all 6. But yeah, so we can now make copper seeds. Copper seeds are going to be fairly easy. So it's 4. I need 2 more weak essence. I need 4 copper essence, which I have, and I need some essence seeds, which I have quite a few. However, so unfortunately, to get all of the flowers, I had to throw a lot of bone meal into my mana pool, and I have basically no mana. And if we look at this, we need honestly quite a bit of mana in order to make that. So we need to make some new stuff. We need to make some new flowers. I'm tired of the passive flowers already. We could use the, we got the Hydra Changes. I don't know how to say that. Those generate mana based off of water. So that is a potential. There is, you know what? Let's go ahead and set those up anyways. I will want to use them. I just need a little bit of dirt, which I have on me. And let's go ahead and set those up. Actually, do I want to use dirt that's already... Yeah, let's just use the dirt that's already here. I need to make a 3x3. And I think if I put them here, that is where I want them. So water in that corner, water in that corner, and that should make a infinite spring. It's a 3x3, and then if I set these guys down, I can bind them. They're already bound, but this is generating a decent amount of mana. You know what, let's go ahead and use the other 2 passive flowers while we're at it. But while they are generating mana, we're going to make some new ones that are going to be a lot more useful. Especially since what we're going to be doing, one of the first seeds that we're going to be getting is coal. And what we're going to be using is Endoflame. So what those flowers do is they take anything that's burnable in a furnace and they burn it for mana. So that is going to be really good for us to get more, to get mana easily, because we're gonna have basically infinite coal as soon as we get the coal seeds. I'm gonna go for copper first just because it is the cheaper of the seeds, and we're gonna need it for the iron, which is gonna be the most important seed, at least for now. Later on, we're gonna get other seeds that are gonna be a little bit more useful, but iron is definitely one of the top seeds to get. But that should be all we need for the copper seeds. 4, 4, and 1. We're gonna need a piece of living rock, which is strange, but it's what we need. Those are gonna generate mana. The Hydra Changes are actually halfway decent flowers. I mean, we're getting a decent amount of mana. But let's go ahead and throw the essence of copper, the weak essence, and this. And then this is just gonna basically suck up all the mana I have. I can, while we're waiting for that to finish up, let's go ahead and continue crossbreeding this stuff. Oh, no, don't want to do that one yet. But I have this little track. We're going to use this for whatever seeds we get so that we get 4 of each copy. I'm going to go ahead and break the ender seeds. These might be all the same. They probably aren't, but they might be. So I'm going to analyze them. We get a 1, 1, 1. So that one's a little bit better. That one's much better. It's probably the last one I had. And that one's actually, no, that's the last one I had. So we have 4 ender seeds. We won't need to do this all that much once we get clippers. Because clippers, what they do is allow you to basically make a copy of any plant. Hey, our copper seeds are done. They let you make a copy of any plant and you plant it somewhere else. So we have copper seeds now. We can take the weak essence because we're going to have so much copper essence, it's going to be ridiculous. Eventually. This is going to take some work, and one of the big things I'm trying to get to is, let's go ahead and go plant this. One of the big things I'm trying to get to is earth, air, and water essence, and fire essence, which will let me make basically infinite cobblestone and dirt from the essences. So that is going to let me make my house and my permanent base. So that is kind of the goal, not necessarily of this episode, but eventually. So we also need to make dye seeds. We need black, red, green, brown, blue, gray, yellow, and white. Well, white is just bone meal. I have yellow. I have red. We're going to need black, which is ink sacs. We can go get that. Rather than cutting up the, what are they called? The floral, the flowers, the botania flowers, and making floral powders. Might be easier if I can see any squids to get those, but might not. But I've got to do some other stuff as well. So one of the things I want to do is endoflames, as I was saying. So each one of these takes 2 brown petals, red, a light gray, and a mana powder. So I have some mana powder here. I'm going to make 2 more. So the easiest way to make mana powder is take a flower that you don't really need, or you have a lot of. You make the petals, and you make just a floral powder. Any of the colors will work, and basically anything that is a powder will work. Gunpowder works, but all you do is you come over here and you throw it into the mana pool, and you get the mana powder. Pretty simple. So then I can go, what was it, brown, red, and light gray, I think. I'll double check. Brown, red, light gray. Alright, so for each flower, I'm going to need a brown flower. And then I need 2 of each light gray and red. And then I'm also going to need 4 seeds. So 1, 2, 3, 4. My water bucket. And let's go make some endoflames. So all I have to do is throw 2, 1, 1, 1, and throw seeds. Water, right click, seeds, water, right click, seeds, water, right click, seeds. So I have 4 endoflames. That's going to last me for now. That'll be good enough. And I need a little bit more essence before I can do much more. We'll set the endoflames up once we get the coal. But let's get back to the dye seeds, because why not? We need 2 magical essence seeds. So white, yellow, gray, blue, brown. And I wonder, I'm going to see, I don't know if I can do this, but if I can, it will be kind of awesome. I've got to make the petals first. Can I take, I can, awesome. So, I don't need the extra gray, but I have gray and brown, so, or gray and black. So let's just get brown and blue. I'm gonna need to get some more food here in a little bit, but that's kind of whatever. I have a lot of stuff. Wheat. So I need white, yellow, gray, blue, brown. White, yellow, gray, blue, brown. Green, red, black. So let's go find, I have some eelgrass. I know that. So let's go ahead and get those. And let's put these in here. I'll use them for something later. I might make some more mana powder because it is useful. And while I'm down here, let's harvest this. We got enough for yet another. We're going to need essence seeds. And so we throw, ooh, I missed with the gray. So gray, green, essence seeds, and then it's 2. There we go. So that's going to make the dye seeds. Go ahead and do that. I mean, I can harvest so much wheat. One of the big problems I'm going to run into very soon is, oh my god, so much wheat. Let's make a half a stack of bread. One of the problems I'm going to run into very soon is I'm going to be lacking compost. So that is something that I'm going to focus on a little bit. I have a lot of wheat, and I can turn that into compost. I think I can also use saplings. So I might go ahead and do that, throw a few saplings in there. Eventually I will be making like a lot of compost bins, because that's going to be incredibly useful. I need living rock. We'll get our dye seeds, we'll complete that quest, and then we'll take a look at some other stuff while we wait for more essence. So I would like to try to get the iron seeds today. Luckily, I don't have to do that quest quite as much as it says I should, because I found the iron seed, the iron essence, in a witch's circle. So let's come down here. Let's sleep. Then we can complete our quest, see what we get, and kind of go from there. So we got the dye seeds. I will be honest, the dye seeds, while they are good, they make essence of dye, and you can use that to make any of the vanilla dyes, or at least most of them. There are a few that are missing, it looks like. What is missing? Oh, blue, because that's lapis, and brown. Because there's only 12 here. But we are going to need that for the next infusion stone. So, what else is missing? So purple, cyan, cactus green is missing. and white. So that's those 4 are missing because they are other things. But let's go ahead, get our inventory organized a little bit. So we have dye seeds. I'm going to just put those in here for right now. I'm going to take the weak essence. Why wouldn't I? And we can go ahead and get the next carbon. So we have 2 of the 3 that we need. So that's going to have to complete again, but once I get 7 more essences, I can get the iron. So I think in the meantime, what we're going to do... Oh, also I should have doubled these. In the meantime, what I think we're going to go ahead and do is look into some of the other quests, specifically the storage stuff, as I just kind of harvest these every once in a while. So we can do quite a bit of that stuff, I'm sure. Let's see what all we have. You know what? Let's go ahead and make the sifter. That will be something fairly straightforward to make. That takes copper. Once I get the copper plants kind of going, we'll worry about that kind of stuff. But as you can see, I've got a lot of quests I can do. It's down here, encoding the world. So we need a sifter. So we need a little bit of string. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Some wood and some sticks. So something like this, I think it was. Yes, and then we can do this. So it gives you 2 sifters. Claim that reward. So reed fishing rod is the next thing. We'll get a fluid tank, a wooden fishing rod, and kind of like the information on how to fish. So we need 2 string and 3 reeds. I should be able to handle that. So let's just get some cotton and 3 reeds. And it's just a normal fishing rod recipe. And now we have to go fish. We just have to go fish for something. So all I have to do, if you want live fish, you have to stand in the water. It's not a big deal, but we'll go fish for a little bit. It uses the bait that's next to it, and we get a raw rainbow trout. So that one died. I don't know if that matters. It looks like we specifically need a cod, but I could be wrong. Luckily, fishing with this isn't too bad. Raw perch. Hey, we got an actual live fish, and that's all that mattered. So let's claim that reward. And I'll probably need like more inventory space in my storage system, my chests, to get rid of some of the stuff. So we got a wooden fishing rod, we got some raw fish, we got a live fish. The live fish is very useful. This book kind of outlines it, basically how to do all the stuff. And fish oil, and kind of like what baits you can use with what, and how many uses they have, how to make them, whatnot. The biome stuff doesn't matter in this pack, so you can get basically whatever fish, as long as I think as long as like night fish you'd have to get at night, nether fish you'd have to get in the nether. I could be wrong on that, but and then kind of goes into fish breeding and fish food and that kind of stuff. Mariculture is an interesting mod, and we do have 16 buckets of fish oil, so that was a nice reward. By the way, I got a bow. I killed a skeleton, got a bow. So let's put that in there. Let's go harvest this stuff. And get some more essence. We have 3. So, yeah, the next thing, you know, fish feeder, fish meal. We'll get into that later, I think. Let's see. I'm trying to decide what to do from here. Because we're going to need copper. What does the iron seeds require? 4 more weak essence. So we're going to need quite a bit of weak essence, actually. So that's the 4. To make it, we're going to need, if we get some floral fertilizer, Mutandis, and bone meal, we can make some more magical fertilizer. And I know that the middle one will give me 2, so that's why I've been using it on that. We'll get a little bit of boost of essence, but that's only 1. The essence is a pain, to be honest. We might be able to do the coal very soon. That also takes 4, though. What's the reward for both of those? So you get 3. You get 3 on each. But we have our first copper essence, which we're going to need that for the iron anyway, so let's go ahead and go grab, let's come down here, let's grab, I have some more fertilizer. I'm going to keep 1 just as like a rainy day type thing. And I'll keep 2 actually. So let's go those, we can get 2 more. 7. I guess what I'm going to do for right now is let's go ahead and see if there's any other quests we can set up. Let's go ahead and do some of these. So a dolly requires iron, I believe. What does a compartment require? I think it requires a book, which I can make. Blink patterns are easy enough. Let's get a couple logs. In fact, I might already have some blink patterns. No. So blank patterns, we need 4 chests, so let's grab this wood because I really don't need I don't really need it anymore. And then we need a piece of string, which I do have just enough cotton for. Cotton is definitely going to be the next thing on my list of things to get to a high level. Honestly, same with reeds. I might do that with reeds as well. So paper, string, and blank patterns give us a book. And then I think the last thing we need, I'm just going to put those in there, is 4 buttons. So that's just 4 stone. 1, 2, 3, 4. So button, 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 chest, and then a book. And that gives us a compartment. That's going to give us 7 more. So this is a nice storage system, basically because I can put it down, and it's different compartments. So there's 4 chests, and you can name them, you know, essence seeds or whatever. It does kind of screw up. You can change the icon, and you can see it change. You can change the color of it, all sorts of stuff. And then, like when I put, you know, these in here, I can go to the other compartments and I don't see them. So it's a decent storage system. It's all in one block as well. I mean, I have a lot of them. So that is something that we could definitely use. It's definitely useful. But let's grab more essence. Alright, we just need 4 more because we can come back up here and do this one last time. And all we need is essence seeds and then 4 essences and we can get iron. So let's see what other things we can make. Bigger barrels, that's going to require copper. I don't have copper quite yet. Better chest, that took wool, which I'm out of cotton for now. So let's set up with a couple of these. So blueberries are blackberries and artichokes. Those are mushrooms. Snowbell and mandrake, that's one I can do. So let's grab snowbell and I should have some probably just grab mandrakes from up here. Because I don't think I have mandrakes down below. You know, I'm not gonna set that one up. I think I'm gonna hold off on doing any of those until I can get some more seeds of basically everything. Because unless there's one that takes sweet corn and cucumber, or sweet orange and cucumber, I guess I can do that since the sweet corn is already grown. Cucumber. Go ahead and plant that. Then what else? I mean, wolfsbane garlic, that's all witchery stuff. I need to get more dandelions and poppies so I can break that. Should people just throw this in there? Yeah. Poppies. And I need some garden soil, which I should have. I've got a bit of compost, so let's make more garden soil. And both of these are going to need to be garden soil. And let's grow the poppies next to it, and we'll get the allium, the blue ones, the light blue ones. Alright, so I think I'm going to go ahead and call the episode here, just because I don't really want to wait around for the rest of the essence. I'm going to, off camera, I'm going to probably uproot this, start trying to crossbreed them a little bit more, get them higher levels. Actually, I'm probably going to wait on that. Some of these are really, really bad plants, but some of them are actually pretty good. I think the middle one's good. So I might wait and wait until I can crossbreed those. But the copper essence, so you guys know, 8 copper essences will give you 6 copper ore, and that's the only use for them other than the runic altar to make some other stuff. Looks like gold and the infusion stone and iron. So I'm gonna get a whole bunch of mana from this, hopefully. Little skeletons dying. Yeah, that's how I got the first bow, by the way. So those little skeletons. But yeah, so I think I'm going to call the episode here. We got a bit done. We got our first magical crops. I don't know if that unlocked anything yet. No, we need to get the iron first. So the iron's going to require just a little bit more essence. Same with the coal and the tin. I will try to have most, if not all of those, ready for the next episode. And once I get a little bit of essence from all of those, I'll be able to go ahead and make the next infusion stone, and that's going to be great. And we can continue on, and hopefully very soon we'll be able to get essentially infinite cobblestone and dirt, and we'll chisel it all and we'll make it all look nice. And yeah, once we do, we will start setting up our permanent base. So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I know we didn't do all that much, but Some episodes are going to be like that. We did a decent number of quests though, so I'm not too unhappy with today's episode. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!